All right, Cara says, smiling. Before we get too deep into the champagne, we're playing a little New Year's bingo tonight. You'll mark things off as they happen. First one to get blackout wins a prize. Cara starts handing out the cards, weaving between couches and chairs. Don't peek at your neighbors. They're all the same, so cheating is pointless. Christina shoots up from the couch like she's been launched. Gimme one, she says, snatching a card right out of Cara's hand. Cara just sighs. I was going to hand it to you, Christina. I saved you time, she says, already scanning the card. She gets about 3 lines in before her eyes widen. Christina squints at the bingo card, tapping it with one manicured nail. Why is my name on here 3 times, babe? She says, all queen side-eye. She reads the first line. Christina gets a refill. Whoa, real cute. I paced myself, thank ya. Bill snorts into his wine. She keeps going. Christina says something unhinged. Yeah, okay. I don't say unhinged things, all right? Michelle calls out. You literally yelled at the TV 10 minutes ago. That was supportive, sweetheart. There's a difference. She scans again. Christina starts singing a song she don't know the words to. All right, now that's slander. Liz raises her glass. You did that on Halloween. That was one time, Christina murders. Cara tries not to laugh. It's just a game. The rest of the room starts flipping through their cards, laughing at the prompts, pointing out the ones they're already predicting. Craig misplaces his drink. That's a free space, Tanya says. Liz says something too blunt, marking that preemptively. Michelle teases. Liz shrugs. I'm honest. Sorry. Rebecca reads hers quietly, cheeks pinking at her square. I don't start rumors. Nicole pats her shoulder. Not on purpose. And Christina, still murdering at her card, takes a long sip of champagne. Refill my ass, she grumbles, which of course makes half the room mark their first square. The TV is still glowing with the Times Square crowd, but nobody's really watching it anymore. They're too busy remembering the year they somehow survived together. Michelle nudges Liz with her knee. Do you remember that brunch in February, the one where we all pretended we were going to be civilized? Liz groans. Oh my god, the one where I said Don was turning into Marnie? I was so fucking tired. You weren't wrong, Michelle says, sipping her wine. He was acting like he lived at the school. He did live at the school, Liz says. He was sleeping in his office. I swear to God, if I walked in one more time and saw him eating a granola bar like it was a personality trait, Michelle laughs, and we were all terrified Marnie was going to come back from rehab and reclaim her throne. Liz nods. Yeah, before we found out she got fired. That was a moment. Michelle leans her head back. That whole month felt so long. Christina waves her champagne. No. The best part of the year was when I came back in March and me and Liz almost beat the shit out of each other in the parking lot. Liz points at her. You weren't very nice, Christina. You wanted to start a fight with me the moment you showed up. Christina shrugs, totally unbothered. I was being affectionate, babe. You were being drunk, Liz leans forward. Same thing, sweetheart. Bill, quiet beside her, murmurs, You apologize, though. Michelle takes a slow sip of her champagne, eyes drifting toward Craig across the room. He's laughing at something Brad said, completely oblivious. She leans in closer to Liz, voice low enough that only she can hear. I can't believe I was mad at Craig for crashing my stupid car when he backed into it last Christmas, she murmurs, shaking her head. Liz snorts into her drink. Michelle, he almost took out your whole bumper. I know, Michelle says, rolling her eyes. But still, I acted like it was the end of the world. I can't believe how selfish I was. You screamed at him in the driveway, Liz reminds her. Gionni almost filed a police report. Michelle groans. God, I was so dramatic. You are dramatic, Liz says, bumping her shoulder. But honestly, he deserved a little fear. He reversed into a parked car. Michelle laughs under her breath. Yeah, well, I guess I'm over it. Liz glances at Craig again. Clearly, you two are acting normal tonight. Michelle shrugs, trying to play it cool. It's been a year. I'm not holding a grudge over a bumper. Liz raises an eyebrow. You held a grudge for 6 months. I only held a grudge because I was worried he wouldn't pay for the damage he caused, Michelle whispers, smiling despite herself. Across the room, Craig looks over at them, confused but smiling, like he knows they're talking about him but can't tell if it's good or bad. Craig is mid-conversation with Brad when he suddenly pauses, looks down at his empty hand, and frowns. "Where the hell is my drink?" Michelle immediately snorts. Oh my god, he already lost his drink. Liz doesn't even look up from her bingo card, marking it. Craig turns in a slow circle, scanning the coffee table, the arm of the couch, the floor. "I literally just had it." Tanya calls from the kitchen. "Craig, you lose that thing every time you stand up." "I do not," he says, already checking behind a throw pillow. Cara leans over the island. "What were you drinking?" "White wine," Craig murmurs, opening a cabinet like the glass might be hiding inside. "I put it down somewhere." Michelle raises her voice. "Craig, you walked in here with it 2 minutes ago." "I know I walked in with it," he snaps, more exasperated than angry. "I'm not senile." Christina yells from the couch. "Check the bathroom, sweetheart." Craig glares. "Why would it be in the bathroom?" "'Cause you're you," she fires back. He ignores her and retraces his steps toward the kitchen. The room watches him like he's a nature documentary. He stops suddenly. "Oh, for fuck's sake." Everyone perks up. Craig reaches behind the toaster and pulls out his wine glass like he's discovering a missing child. "I don't even remember putting it there." Michelle is laughing so hard she's wiping her eyes. "You need a tracking device." Liz taps her bingo card. "Square confirmed." Cara steps forward, clapping her hands lightly to get everyone's attention. Not a big performance, just enough to rise over the chatter. "All right, everyone," she says, smiling. "Quick announcement." People turn toward her in that half-chaotic way this group always does. Christina lowers her champagne but keeps talking under her breath to Bill, because of course she does. Cara gestures down the hallway. "If anyone needs a break from bingo or wants something a little more sentimental, I set up a memory jar station in the dining room. Slips of paper, gold pens. Write down your favorite moment from this year and drop it in." Craig raises his hand halfway. "Do they have to be serious?" Cara shakes her head. "Absolutely not. Write down whatever you want." Michelle leans toward Liz. "This is actually really sweet." Cara continues. "It's open all night. Go whenever you feel like it." People start drifting, some toward the dining room, some staying put, some pretending they're not sentimental enough for this, but clearly planning to sneak in later. Christina stands, smoothing her dress. "I'm going now, before I forget something good." Bill murders. "You won't." She taps his cheek lightly. "You're lucky, you're cute." The memory jar waits down the hall, ready to collect the chaos of the year. Outside on the patio, Gionni, Brad, Tom, and Craig are bundled up and sorting through leftover fireworks like unsupervised teenagers. They found some bent sparklers, a couple of small fountain fireworks, a pack of crackling balls, one random bottle rocket with no stick, and a handful of smoke bombs. Brad wants to light something, Tom keeps lecturing about safety, Craig is drinking and nodding along, Bill's telling dad jokes, and Gionni is trying to keep the whole thing from turning into a backyard disaster. Liz takes a sip of her drink, glances around the room, and says almost casually, "Honestly, this year was a fucking circus. I'm shocked any of us made it out with our eyebrows." Michelle snorts into her glass. Tanya chokes on a cracker. Nicole gives a helpless little laugh. Even Cara cracks a smile from the armchair, and without a word, people start reaching for their bingo cards. Liz notices and rolls her eyes. "Oh, shut up. It was a circus." Michelle pats her knee. "We know. That's why it's on the card." Rebecca sits forward like she's been waiting for a lull. She picks her moment. "You know what's hilarious?" she says, too casual. "Don told me Marnie's not steady, but she's hanging off him like he's her emotional support animal. And let's be real, the only reason she went after him was to get back at me." Michelle's head jerks up. "What the hell, Rebecca?" Liz winces. "This again? Seriously? Why would you even say that?" Tanya doesn't even bother lowering her voice. "Rebecca, come on." Cara's voice hits from behind them, sharp and furious, like she's been holding it in all night. "Rebecca, what the fuck did you just say?" Rebecca straightens, defensive immediately. "I didn't say anything that isn't true." "The hell you didn't," Cara snaps. "You're running your mouth about her being not steady and clinging and whatever the fuck else. Are you out of your mind?" Rebecca's chin lifts. "I'm repeating what Don told me." "No, you're twisting what Don told you," Cara fires back. "There's a difference." Michelle murders. "Here we go," under her breath, but Cara doesn't even look her way. Rebecca crosses her arms. "I'm not twisting anything. And she did go after him to get back at me. Everyone knows that. Liz shakes her head. Literally, no one knows that. Cara steps closer. You're unbelievable. You hear one thing, you get jealous, and suddenly you're the fucking town crier? Rebecca's face flushes. I'm not jealous. Tanya snorts. Sure. Rebecca whips her head toward her. Shut up, Tanya. Cara cuts in before Tanya can respond. No, you don't get to snap at her because you got caught talking shit. Rebecca's voice rises. I wasn't talking shit. I was telling them what's going on. What's going on, Cara says, voice low and furious, is that you're spreading nasty crap about your sister when she's finally getting her life together. Rebecca's mouth tightens. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Not when your opinion is you making up reasons she's with Don, Cara shoots back. Not when you're implying she's unstable. Not when you're acting like she's some manipulative mess just because she didn't stay in the box you built for her. Rebecca's eyes flash. You don't know anything about our history. Cara doesn't blink. I know enough to know you're the one causing problems tonight. Cara's standing over her, furious, and Rebecca finally snaps. Oh, fuck off, Cara, Rebecca spits. You don't know shit. You hear one thing and suddenly you're the morality police? Please. Marnie's been playing everyone since we were kids. She's doing it again with Don, and you're all too stupid to see it. Liz's eyes go wide. Jesus Christ. Cara steps closer. Say that again. Rebecca doesn't back down. She's manipulating him. She always has. And if he told me she's not steady, then she's not steady. Sorry if the truth hurts. Tanya murders. There it is, and reaches for her bingo card. Michelle grabs hers too. Yep, Rebecca starts a rumor. Marked. Rebecca whips around at the sound of the pens clicking. Are you fucking kidding me? You're all acting like I'm the problem when she's the one. Michelle cuts her off, voice sharp. You walked in here all shy and sweet like you were happy to be invited, and the second you got us alone, you dropped a whole grenade about your sister. Don't pretend this wasn't planned. Rebecca's face goes red, jaw clenched, eyes darting between all of them like she's looking for someone, anyone, to take her side. No one does. Okay, look, she says, quieter. I shouldn't have said all that, any of it. I got worked up and it came out wrong. I'm sorry. Michelle nods immediately. Thank you. That's all we needed. Rebecca looks at Cara last, hopeful. Cara doesn't jump in. She studies Rebecca for a long second, arms still crossed. I hear you, she says finally, but I'm not pretending that didn't sound rehearsed. Rebecca flinches. It wasn't rehearsed. Maybe not, Cara says, voice steady. But it was convenient. You waited until it was just us, then dropped something you've clearly been sitting on. So yeah, I'm taking your apology, with caution. Rebecca nods, small and tight. Fine, I get it. Cara doesn't soften. Good, because I'm watching how you move from here. Rebecca swallows, then nods again. The others settle back, accepting the apology fully, but Cara keeps her eyes on Rebecca a beat longer before finally looking away. The guys come back in from the cold, stomping off a little snow off their shoes and shaking out their jackets. Gianni's still holding the box of leftover fireworks. Brad's mid-sentence about how the bottle rocket definitely would have worked. Tom looks exhausted, and Craig's laughing at something no one else heard. They barely make it into the living room before Bill launches into a joke, completely unprompted. So the guy says, that's not my ladder, that's my step-ladder. He never knew it was his real ladder. He delivers it like it's clever. Like he's proud of it. And then, almost in sync, everyone reaches for their bingo cards. Bill beams anyway, completely unfazed. Tough crowd. Craig claps on the back. Buddy, that was awful. Bill grins. I know. Michelle grabs her coat off the back of the chair and jerks her head toward the sliding door. Liz follows without a word, both of them slipping outside into the cold. The door clicks shut behind them. Liz takes a drag, exhales, and shakes her head. That was something. Michelle snorts. Yeah, it seems like Don's not the only person whose timing is always off. Liz leans against the railing. Poor Cara. She can't ever host a normal night without drama. Michelle flicks ash into the snow. You got that right. At least she apologized. Liz shrugged. Yeah, everyone bought it except Cara. Michelle smirks. Cara's got radar for bullshit. Liz laughs under her breath. She really does. Michelle takes another drag, eyes narrowed at the snow like it personally offended her. I swear, every time she shows up, it's like she's got a little suitcase full of drama she unpacks the second no one's looking. Liz huffs out a laugh. Yeah, like, hi, thanks for inviting me. Here's a rumor I handcrafted on the drive over. Michelle snorts. Wrapped in a bow. Liz shakes her head. And the way she said it, like she was doing us a favor. Just being honest. Girl, no you weren't. You were stirring the pot with a damn ladle. Michelle points her cigarette at her. Exactly. And she waited. She waited until everyone else was off doing their own thing. Christina inhaling pizza, the photo booth going off. The thing that gets me? She believes her own bullshit. She really thinks Marnie's out here plotting revenge arcs. She's jealous, plain and simple. Liz nods slowly. Yeah, and scared. Don believing Marnie? That probably rocked her whole world. Marnie finally gets her shit together, finally makes it through rehab, finally looks peaceful, and Rebecca can't stand it. Michelle flicks ash into the snow. Exactly. Marnie just wants to breathe. She's not bothering anybody. She's not starting anything. She's literally just trying to exist without someone coming for her. Liz scoffs. And Rebecca can't let her have that. She sees Marnie doing better, and suddenly she's like, oh no, time to start a rumor before she gets too happy. Michelle nods. And instead of dealing with it, she goes right back to the same old shit. Whispering, twisting things, making Marnie look unstable. Liz's voice softens, but only a little. Marnie doesn't deserve that. Not after everything she's been through. Michelle sighs. She really doesn't. She just wants peace, and Rebecca's the one person who won't let her have it. Liz taps ash off her cigarette. It's sad, honestly. Jealousy makes people ugly. Michelle rubs her hands together for warmth, cigarette dangling from her lips. Marnie doesn't deserve Rebecca's support either. Liz nods immediately. Exactly. Everyone's acting like Rebecca's the villain, but Marnie's not innocent. She wants Rebecca to be supportive so bad, but she doesn't give her anything to work with. Right. She wants Rebecca to clap for her recovery, clap for her relationship, clap for her new life. But she never actually apologizes for the shit she put Rebecca through. And she never takes responsibility. She just shows up like, I'm better now, so let's pretend none of that happened. Michelle nods slowly. And that's why Rebecca spirals. She just wants to support her sister, but she's still carrying all the old wounds. Liz flicks her cigarette into the snow. And Marnie just wants the applause. Yeah, and she hasn't earned it. Michelle and Liz step back inside, shaking off the cold. The house is still buzzing. Cris is squeezed into the photo booth with Susan and Hillary, all three of them trying to time the flash while arguing about poses. The moment the camera goes off, you can hear half the house cheering from the kitchen. Everyone else just marked a group photo is taken on their bingo cards. Gionni, Brad, Tom, Bill, and Craig are all in the family room lining up shot glasses and arguing about teams for beer pong, already half competitive and half drunk. Christina's got a shot in one hand and is pouring herself a vodka chaser with the other, like she's hydrating. Bill spots her from across the room and freezes mid-conversation with Craig. Oh no, he murders. No, 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 Christina! She ignores him completely, clinking glasses with Gionni. Cheers, you filthy animals! They all take the shot. Christina slams hers down proudly, then chases it with straight vodka like it's Gatorade. Bill's eyes go wide. Christina, what the hell are you doing? She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. Hydrating. That's not hydration, Bill sputters, stepping closer. That's more alcohol. Christina waves him off. Relax, I'm fine. I'm from Queens. We're built different. Gionni nods solemnly. She's not wrong. Bill shoots him a glare. You're not helping. Christina's already pouring another shot. Bill, honey, I got this. I can handle my liquor. Bill lowers his voice, worried. No, you can't. You think you can, but you get loud and then you get emotional and then you start telling people you love them. Christina gasps dramatically. I do love people. Bill sighs, rubbing his temples. Christina, please, just slow down. Christina clinks her shot glass against his forehead. I'll slow down when the ball drops. Bill murders. Great. So never. She throws back another shot like she's proving a point. Liz looks up at the girls in front of her and nudges Michelle. Okay, I have an idea. Michelle groans. Oh no. Liz stands, clapping her hands once like she's calling a meeting to order. Ladies on the couch, gather your emotional baggage. We're doing resolutions. Tanya looks up from her blanket. Resolutions for who? Liz grins. For each other. We're giving resolutions to one another. Nicole laughs. Oh, ho, ho, this is gonna get personal. Cris perks up. I'm ready. Roast me. Wait, what kind of resolutions? Liz gestures dramatically. The kind we actually need. Not the fake ones about going to the gym. Christina, overhearing from the kitchen, yells, Ooh, I want to do one of those too. Craig rubbed his forehead. Christina, sit down. Christina yelled, No, I'm a part of this family too. Bill, from the island, sipping water now. I'm not stopping her. I'm done. Liz ignores the background chaos and turns fully to the couch. All right, I'll start. She points at Tanya. Your resolution is to stop pretending you don't care when you absolutely do. You're allowed to have feelings. Tanya blinks. Oh, damn. Nicole fans herself. We're starting deep. Liz turns to Nicole. And you. Your resolution is to stop apologizing for things that aren't your fault. You exist. That's enough. Nicole's eyes get shiny. Okay, wait. I didn't sign up to cry. Cris pats her knee. It's okay. We cry together. Liz points at Cris next. Your resolution is to stop downplaying your accomplishments. You're allowed to brag. Cris grins. I like mine. Cara sits at the arm of the couch, amused. All right, hit me. Liz smirks. Your resolution is to let people help you. You don't have to carry the whole world alone. Cara's expression softens. Okay, that one's fair. Then Liz turns to Rebecca. And you, she says softly. Your resolution is to stop letting other people's opinions ruin your night. You deserve peace. Rebecca's eyes fill. Thank you. Christina comes strutting in from the kitchen, lifting her shot glass like she's making a toast. All right, my resolution? I'm drinking more water this year, she says, all proud of herself. Craig nodded his head, raising his glass. That's actually a good one. Tanya reaches for her bingo card. I'm marking a guest makes a resolution. That counts. Liz beams. See? I'm contributing to the game. Tanya leans forward on the couch, eyes sparkling with mischief. All right, Michelle. Truth or dare? Michelle doesn't even blink. Dare. Tanya grins like she's been waiting for this all night. I dare you to kiss Liz. The whole couch reacts at once. Nicole gasps. Cris slaps her knee. Cara covers her mouth to hide a laugh. Rebecca peeks out from her blanket like she's watching a soap opera. Michelle doesn't even pretend to think about it. Sure. Michelle rolls her eyes, leans over, and plants a quick, dramatic kiss on Liz's cheek. Tanya groans. Weak. Cara nods. Honestly, that was the safest possible version. From the kitchen, Christina swirls her champagne and looks over. Look at you two being all sweet. Real classy. Liz wipes her cheek theatrically. Soft lips. I would have preferred a lip kiss, but I'm honored. Michelle throws a pillow at her. Shut up.